I'm going to now lead us in an apology from white Americans to African Americans on behalf of our country. On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country. To you and all African Americans. From the beginning of our nation's history. In honor of your ancestors and on behalf of your children. Please hear this from my heart. I apologize. Please forgive us.
Have you ever encountered biblical icons depicting Jesus, the Virgin Mary, Abraham, or King David with dark skin? If not, cast your gaze beyond Europe. Russia has recently unveiled biblical icons that portray these figures with darker complexions.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of Russia, today we stand on the precipice of a monumental revelation, a moment that redefines to reveal a truth that is as profound as it is transformative. They are all black.
In case you're wondering whether Russia is presenting a unique interpretation of biblical characters, rest assured that's not the case. These depictions are as factual as the untouched horizon of time. Far from being mere artistic outliers, these icons carry profound implications, revealing obscured truths that ignite intense debates about history, faith, representation, and the unexplored realms of religious art. Listen closely, amazing people, for you are about to discover this today.
As the Ukraine-Russia war drags on, Russian President Vladimir Putin has decided to move one of Russia's holiest icons from a museum to a Moscow Cathedral. This arises a debate around Putin's growing reliance on the church.
Stop what you're doing, download this video, and share it on every social media site you can find, because this shit just got crazy. Vladimir Putin just told his entire nation that they now serve Black Jesus.
You have to be an exemplary type of stupid to believe that Jesus of Nazareth, Christ the King, was a black African Nubian man, a sub-Saharan African man. Let's go back to 10,000 BCE. Anatolian farmer DNA. Here's the modern distribution, but Anatolian farmer DNA is coming from Anatolia here, but it was also in the Levant.
But Putin and dusting off his black Jesus from the Kremlin attic, that is one heck of a...
Before continuing, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos like this. Also, turn on the notification bell for notifications on new videos. In a surprising turn of events, Russia has purportedly revealed a classified document suggesting that the ancient Israelites were of African descent. This revelation has sparked both intrigue and skepticism within the academic and historical communities worldwide. The document, reportedly uncovered from deep within Russia's archives, has reignited debates surrounding the ethnic identity of the ancient Israelites, a topic that has long been contested among scholars.
It's always about the highest order of heroism, the highest order of sacrifice, the highest order of saintliness.
Just the thought alone that a white man opened up the vault and let everyone see this, but people are still mad. Why would you be mad? You should be happy. Remember, this is chess, not checkers. Putin did this because 2024, the black Anunnaki is about to return and their time is up. So they was thinking, hey, if we could get some black people on our side, maybe the Anunnaki...
According to the document, which dates back centuries, there is compelling evidence to support the theory that the Israelites were of black African origin. The implications of such a claim are significant, as they challenge traditional narratives and interpretations of history. For centuries, the prevailing belief has been that the Israelites were a Semitic people, closely related to other ancient Near Eastern civilizations. However, if the assertions made in the purported document turns out true, it would necessitate a re-evaluation of our understanding of ancient Israelite society and its place in history. Let us explore the identity of the world's most renowned figure, Jesus. For ages, Western cultures have predominantly depicted Jesus Christ as a bearded, fair-skinned man with long, wavy, light brown or blonde hair, often paired with blue eyes. However, the Bible remains silent on Jesus' physical traits, and the evidence we possess today suggests a stark contrast to this traditional portrayal. The Scriptures provide scant details about Christ's appearance. Our understanding of Jesus primarily stems from the New Testament's first 4 books, the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These texts reveal that Jesus was a Jewish man, born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth, located in what was then Galilee of Palestine and is now northern Israel during the 1st century. Biblical knowledge tells us that Jesus commenced his ministry at around the age of 30. The Bible remains largely silent on Jesus' physical appearance, only suggesting that he did not stand out among 1st century Jews from Galilee. His true appearance is subject to speculation, with no images of Jesus from his lifetime and a lack of description in the Bible. The Old Testament describes King Saul and David as tall and handsome but offers no such detail for Jesus. Judas Iscariot's identification of Jesus to the soldiers implied a resemblance among the disciples. Yet the Bible does not elaborate on their similarities. This absence of description has sparked a debate. Were these omissions intentional, concealing truths, or did the Gospel writers overlook these details? The traditional depiction of Jesus as a white European has faced scrutiny amidst discussions on racism's legacy and the quest for historical truth. This scrutiny intensified with news from Russia, where President Vladimir Putin ordered the transfer of Andrei Rublev's Trinity.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has decided to move one of Russia's holiest icons from a museum to a Moscow Cathedral. This arises a debate around Putin's growing reliance on the church.
One of Russia's holiest icons, from the Tretyakov Gallery to a Moscow Cathedral. This move, amidst the backdrop of war, has stirred debate on the intertwining of politics and religion. The icons on display, black figures from the 14th century, are rare masterpieces, most lost during the Soviet era. Their striking beauty contrasts with the outside world's grayness, offering a visual feast. Now numbering only 50,000 from millions, these icons survived thanks to museums. Their unveiling is a testament to truth's resilience, challenging us to reconsider our historical understanding, especially regarding Black figures' presence and representation.
Our great nation, in an extraordinary discovery hidden beneath centuries of lore and legend. We have opened what can only be described as the oldest vault known to mankind. What we found within its ancient confines challenges the very fabric of our beliefs and heralds a new dawn for our country. Within this vault, we discovered figures of biblical proportions, characters that many have read about, debated, and revered. These figures, preserved against the sands of time, reveal a truth that is as profound as it is transformative. They are all black. This revelation, this undeniable truth, stands before us not as a contradiction to our faith, but as a testament to the diversity and unity that faith embodies. As your president, I see this moment not as a challenge to our beliefs, but as an opportunity to embrace a wider, more inclusive understanding of our history and spirituality. Russia, in its rich tapestry of cultures, traditions, and people, is uniquely positioned to lead the world into this new era of understanding and acceptance. From this day forward, let us proclaim our nation under the guidance of Black Jesus. a figure who represents not just the cornerstone of Christian faith, but also a symbol of the universal values of love, compassion, and brotherhood. This black Jesus, whose likeness and history have been unveiled from the oldest vault, is a message to us all that divinity knows no color, that spiritual truth transcends race, and that our common humanity binds us more tightly than our differences divide us. Let this discovery remind us that history is not just the story of those who wield power, but also of those whose contributions have been overlooked or forgotten. It challenges us to re-examine what we know, to question our assumptions, and to open our hearts to the broader possibilities of understanding and faith. As we embark on this journey of discovery and understanding, let us do so with open minds and compassionate hearts. Let us build a nation that truly reflects the teachings of Black Jesus, a nation that stands for justice, equality, and love for all, regardless of race.
Long obscured, their rediscovery illuminates untold stories, challenging entrenched views, and urging a more inclusive historical rewrite. The history of Russian icons is a testament to the resilience of cultural and religious artifacts through tumultuous times. The destruction, concealment, and eventual resurgence of icon painting in Russia reflect the nation's complex relationship with its religious heritage. The exhibition at Castel Sant'Angelo in Rome, showcasing 40 Russian icons, offers a rare glimpse into this rich tradition, revealing artworks that have survived revolution and suppression. Icons, traditionally painted on wood, serve as more than mere religious representations. People consider them divine inspirations, embodying the essence of the gospel and the spiritual realm.
It's very beautiful. It gives you goose pimples. It's a remarkable exhibition.
It's an exhibition which feeds the senses. Everything is so grey outside at the moment, and here suddenly it's a feast for the eyes.
The materials used, such as gold backgrounds and cloths, symbolize aspects of the Christian faith, like the Holy Cross and the Shroud of Christ. The debate over the dark complexions depicted in these icons comes in many ways. Some argue that the blackness is due to aging or artistic techniques, while others, like Robert Rubin, suggest it reflects the true skin color of the historical figures portrayed. This discussion touches on broader themes of historical representation, racial identity, and the interpretation of religious texts. The narrative that connects the ancient Israelites, their purported journey into Africa, and the subsequent diaspora is a complex and controversial topic that intertwines history, religion, and race. It's important to approach such discussions with a critical understanding of the sources and an awareness of the diverse perspectives that exist. As for the questions raised about the historical treatment of Black people and the biblical lineage of certain populations, these are deeply rooted in historical, theological, and socio-political contexts.
Remember that yesterday I gave you a video about one Dr. Kihura Nkuba, who is a Ugandan scholar specializing in classical African history. He spoke and said that one thing that the white person did when they colonized Africa is that they also colonized information. And that really shows that much of the information that we were fed was whitewashed and made to align with the desires that the white person had.
It's crucial to engage with these topics thoughtfully and respectfully, recognizing the sensitivity and the varying interpretations that surround them. Russia has opened its cellars to reveal remarkable paintings of Jesus dating back to the 1400s by Father Vladimir Ivanov. Father Vladimir Ivanov delves into the depths of Russian iconography, shedding light on its historical, symbolic, and spiritual layers. As an esteemed authority in the field, he offers a thorough exploration of Russian sacred art. Despite the diverse scenes depicted, one common thread unites the artwork: the portrayal of Jesus, his mother, angels, and other biblical figures with dark skin. Father Ivanov elucidates the artistic methods employed in crafting Russian icons, such as the use of egg tempera paint, gold leaf, and traditional techniques like hieratic composition and stylized imagery. He examines how icons play a pivotal role in Orthodox worship practices, from veneration to processions, influencing the spiritual lives of the faithful profoundly. The book also ventures into the pre-Christian era, with pieces like Andrei Rublev's Trinity, which depicts the biblical account of 3 angels visiting Abraham at the Oak of Mamre, an event interpreted within Christianity as the Holy Trinity's revelation to Abraham. In the painting, the shock lies in the dark complexions of all depicted figures. The renowned Savior in a golden Riza icon shows Jesus Christ with a golden Riza, a metal cover that adorns icons, often crafted from precious metals. Jesus, traditionally portrayed in Orthodox iconography with a halo, varies in expression, embodying compassion, serenity, or solemnity. Notably, they depict him with a dark brown or black complexion. The golden Riza, ornately designed with patterns, engravings, and sometimes gemstones, underscores the veneration of Christ's image and serves as a reminder of God's magnificence. The Theotokos of Vladimir icon, deeply venerated in Orthodox tradition, shows the Virgin Mary, or Theotokos, holding the infant Jesus. The term Theotokos means God-bearer, emphasizing Mary's role as Jesus' mother, who is divine and human. People now portray both figures with darker skin tones, a departure from traditional Western depictions. The Usug Annunciation icon reimagines the appearance of angels, depicting the Annunciation with the Archangel Gabriel and the Virgin Mary, both with dark skin, challenging conventional portrayals. Similarly, Elusa, meaning tenderness, shows the Virgin Mary and Jesus in an intimate embrace, both appearing darker, reinforcing the compassionate bond between them. These icons, with their darker representations, invite us to reconsider historical and religious narratives, acknowledging the diversity within sacred art. The Our Lady of St. Theodore painting presents the Virgin Mary cradling the infant Jesus, who we see most times blessing with his right hand. There is an association of Mary with the defense of Constantinople and is revered as its protector within the Byzantine Empire. In this piece, it depicts both she and Jesus with dark skin, challenging the traditional portrayal of them as white. This depiction suggests that not only Jesus and Mary, but also the people in their community were likely of similar complexion. The collection also includes Jesus with John the Baptist and the Virgin, which portrays John the Baptist and the Virgin Mary in authoritative and intercessory roles beside Christ, known as Christ the Judge or Christ Pantocrator. Both figures are shown praying and interceding with Christ for humanity. Another work, Christ Pantocrator, depicts Jesus as the almighty ruler with dark skin, reinforcing his divine authority and majesty. These paintings invite reflection on the historical and cultural context of Jesus and his contemporaries, offering a perspective that diverges from the long-standing Western image of Jesus as fair-skinned with light hair and blue eyes. The darker representation of Jesus holds historical significance, placing him and his followers in a specific cultural and temporal context. The Bible indeed does not provide a clear physical description of Jesus, and the evidence we have suggests he likely bore a different appearance from the traditional Western portrayal. The scriptures tell us Jesus was a Jewish man from Bethlehem, raised in Nazareth during the 1st century, and that he began his ministry around the age of 30. The Bible's sparse descriptions imply he had no distinctive physical beauty, as mentioned in Isaiah, and the Vision in Revelation describes Jesus with white hair, fiery eyes, and bronze feet, which some interpret as leaning towards features traditionally associated with black individuals. Russia's unique representation of Jesus and biblical figures with dark skin in religious art go way back to its historical disconnection from the Byzantine Church due to the Mongol invasion and occupation, known as the Golden Horde. And this period significantly altered Russia's relationship with the Byzantine Empire and the broader Christian world, leading to a divergence in artistic depictions, including those of religious figures. The Mongol invasions of the early 13th century indeed had a profound impact on the cultural and religious landscape of Russia. The Mongols' establishment of the Golden Horde altered Russia's relationship with the Byzantine Empire, leading to a unique preservation of religious iconography that differed from the rest of Europe. This divergence is evident in the depiction of biblical figures with dark skin in Russian artworks, contrasting with the whitewashed portrayals commonly found in Western art. As for the historical complexion of Jesus, it is a topic of considerable debate. The region of Israel during the time of Jesus was a crossroads of different peoples, cultures, and races. It's likely that Jesus, being a Jew from Galilee, had Middle Eastern features, which would be consistent with the people living in that region at the time. The Ancient Israelites. The Ancient Israelites, a fascinating civilization that emerged in the ancient Near East, have captured the imagination of scholars, theologians, and enthusiasts for centuries. Their story, as chronicled in religious texts such as the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament, is one of migration, conquest, exile, and religious innovation. The origins of the Israelites lies in deep mystery, and historians about it. According to biblical tradition, they trace their lineage back to Abraham, who the Bible portrays as the patriarch of the Israelite people. Abraham's descendants, including figures like Isaac, Jacob, also known as Israel, and Joseph, played pivotal roles in shaping the early identity of the Israelites. The story of the Israelites takes a significant turn with the Exodus from Egypt, a defining event in their history. Led by Moses, they escaped bondage and slavery in Egypt and embarked on a journey through the wilderness, guided by divine providence. This period of wandering, often referred to as the Exodus wanderings, laid the foundation for their identity as chosen people and forged their covenant with their God, Yahweh. Upon entering the Promised Land, modern-day Israel and Palestine, the Israelites faced numerous challenges, including military conflicts with indigenous peoples and internal divisions. The era of the Judges, characterized by sporadic leadership and tribal autonomy, gave way to the establishment of the monarchy under King Saul, followed by the reigns of King David and King Solomon. Under the rule of David and Solomon, the Israelite kingdom reached its zenith, with Jerusalem serving as its political and religious center. David, celebrated as a warrior and poet, got people naming him the founder of the dynasty, while Solomon, credited with building the first temple in Jerusalem, a symbol of Israelite religious identity and centralized worship. However, the united kingdom of Israel did not last. Internal strife and external pressures led to its division into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. Both kingdoms faced existential threats from neighboring powers, including the Assyrians and the Babylonians. The fall of the northern kingdom to the Assyrians in 722 BCE marked a significant turning point in Israelite history, leading to the exile and dispersion of the 10 northern tribes. The southern kingdom of Judah managed to survive for a few more centuries before succumbing to the Babylonian Empire in 586 BCE. The Babylonian captivity, or exile, was a traumatic experience that profoundly shaped Israelite religious identity and worldview. Despite the hardships endured during the exile, the Israelites managed to preserve their cultural and religious heritage. The Babylonian exile gave rise to a renewed emphasis on monotheism, the compilation of sacred texts, and the development of religious institutions such as synagogues. The return from exile, facilitated by the conquests of the Persian Empire, heralded a period of restoration and rebuilding in the land of Israel. The builders of the Second Temple did so in Jerusalem, and the Israelites sought to re-establish themselves as a distinct community within the Persian and Hellenistic worlds. The history of the ancient Israelites is rich and complex. Triumphs and tragedies characterize them, as well as faith and doubt, unity and division. Their legacy continues to resonate in the modern world, influencing religious traditions, cultural practices, and political ideologies. As we continue to uncover new archaeological evidence and reassess ancient texts, the story of the Israelites remains a source of inspiration and inquiry, inviting us to explore the depths of our shared human experience. The portrayal of Jesus and biblical figures in art has varied greatly throughout history and across cultures, often reflecting the racial and ethnic characteristics of the society in which where the art came into existence. The reasons for this can be complex, including cultural dominance, religious interpretations, and artistic conventions of the time. Regarding the question of whether there should be a change in all depictions of Jesus to reflect a darker complexion, it is important to recognize that art is a reflection of the time and place in which the art came to be. While historical accuracy is valuable, art also serves as a cultural and spiritual expression. The conversation about these depictions is an opportunity for dialogue about history, representation, and the role of art in society. Ultimately, how the world depicts Jesus may vary, but it is the message of his teachings that remains central to the Christian faith. What do you think about these revelations? Are they real? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.